All right. All right.
You ready, Gun One?
We are on the air, so
Are you supposed to do something once we're on the air, or are we just gonna like sit
generally
here?
somebody does something. But how about I will.
NetJester's gonna echo.
Yeah, Net Jester, fuck off. I'm going to introduce our special guest tonight. You guys might know him. Oh, that sounds like garbage for some. Okay, that gag. We're never doing that gag
nice
again.
gag, man. Not 10.
We're never doing that gag again.
This is
Fuck
awesome.
off. No
I thought
shit
you liked
chanting on the
gags.
air. All right.
But I thought you liked gags. I mean, that's what
He
you
gagged
told
himself out of
Netchester
existence.
last night.
It's a goof and a gaff.
He's a goof, all right.
Let's just start the show.
Hit the fucking music on this train wreck. Turn your fucking music down.
I don't
It
think
would
I
help.
heard you.
I don't know how many shows we've done, but Gunnar still hasn't figured out that he's supposed to wait for the fade.
But I thought that was the fade. That's my bad.
Like this is the fade right now. Now is ready to
Oh
talk.
my god, it's such a terrible fade too because it's so long. My god.
Well, wait.
Hey, thanks podcastthemes.com for our theme song. Either way.
Please don't sue us. Please don't sue us.
Oh yeah. SmarkSnark.com, Twitter.com, Facebook, Patreon. Check it all out. /Smark Snark. You know, we're all up in the world of the intersphere. So, you know, I'm Gunner, and that's Omega VR, not the other way around.
No, I always wait for the fade. Because that's how I get paid.
And that's how you stay in the 80s.
Did you just air horn yourself, Omega?
Yes, he did.
Is this DJ Z going in here?
The very concept of the air horn is to do it to yourself.
It's very masturbatory.
Who else is going to do it? You're the one holding it.
Well, the one who's supposed to do it is our wonderful technical producer, Mr. Yankum DDS.
Hey, I added something to the show, and now I'm regretting it already because it was a bad idea. A really bad idea.
Also joining us this week is Batista's dick.
Wrestling sucks. Please stop watching it so I can go bankrupt and I can stop doing this show.
That Jester's here.
Hey, break the halls with boughs of holly and air horns too, so we can abuse them or something.
I really would prefer the sound of the air horn over his voice. Vassar's here too.
Now that Alexa Bliss is champ, she fucking needs a shirt. I will buy it the second it comes out.
Isn't that awful that she doesn't have any merchandise whatsoever? Also, you know, here, last but not least, save us dog.
Man, I can tell you, there's a lot of things Alexa needs, but the one thing she does not need is a shirt. She should never wear a shirt or
I'm saying
pants
like a shirt for her
or
fans
any
and
clothing
stuff.
at all. No, fuck
No,
that.
just saying like a "Don't Bliss Me Off" shirt.
No, because then she has to wear it to the ring, and any less
No, but
Alexa in my life is not okay.
She doesn't have to wear it.
There's
It's just
already
for her
only
fans.
411 of her.
I know.
Come on now.
There's only so much. You can't cover that up.
If
Also, if she wore a t-shirt, that
Can
thing would
we-
be a fucking dress on her.
if I saw a shirt that said "Don't Bliss Me Off," I would buy it in an instant.
Okay, and that's it for the
I bet you
creepy
are.
part of the show.
I
Okay,
want to
so-
lick between Alexa Bliss's toes.
And That's it. Good night.
Well, you ran right into that, didn't you?
And Jester silently agreeing and masturbating in the background. I'm just saying.
Who says silently?
Just a disclaimer, they're all talking about their Amazon Echo.
Yes, that's exactly what we're talking about. It's an amazing product, and this podcast is sponsored by it. Just saying. All right, the news.
Wow, that's cool.
Okay, news. Vince McMahon reportedly changed his mind about bringing indies to the network after a recent survey made him believe it would increase the cost without a significant increase in subscriptions. However, many indie talents are set to report to the Performance Center on January 3rd, including many of the women proposed for the tournament. Agents are reportedly watching pay-per-view events and doing complete reports on them, similar to how they do performance reports on their own events. So, serious scouting done by WWE. I mean, they could employ 50 more people and be perfectly fine. This is fine.
So, what pay-per-view events are they talking about? I don't know, like ROH and CCW, and like what shows are they talking about?
Shimmer and probably New Japan and probably PWG and a bunch of other shit.
Well, PWG doesn't do pay-per-view, but I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess cool. More. That's the thing. It's hard to get excited about more news of indie talent getting signed to WWE because it's like, cool. These guys are really good wrestlers, and they're going to be booked like shit. So it's like it's hard to get excited.
Yeah, but they're going to make a bunch of money.
Yeah, no, good for them. I mean, like, good for them and that they can support their families and stuff. But like, as a person who is watching the wrestling, like, I don't have anything to get excited about.
Yeah, they'll be horribly bad booked from word go, and it'll make you, unfortunately, I think, want to forget about why you liked them in the first place when they're in the indies.
Name one time that's happened.
Daniel Bryan, ring a bell? Pretty much, yeah.
That was the.
I don't remember Daniel Bryan from the indies.
Neville.
Never heard of him either.
No, I've never heard of Neville in the indies.
Not in the indies. What about that? They've thought about bringing in some guys from the indies, and then they never did. I don't know.
Well,
I think I'll never forget the time that they hired Willie Mack when they were trying to hire Wuhan Nation.
You know who they should have brought in was that Daniel Bryanson guy. Or Bryan Danielson.
You fucked that one up real bad.
God damn it. Let's just move on.
Oh my God, that was more. Jesus
it's
Christ,
been a long fucking week. All right.
Ew. I don't want to know what you've been doing at the poorhouse.
Mickie James has reportedly signed
a
multi-year deal with the company and will debut on the SmackDown brand in 2017. Also, Lita and Jerry Lawler have been pulled from weekly WWE programming. Apparently, Lita is no longer with the company, while Lawler remains under Legends contract. What did I miss?
I mean, what is Lita? What would Lita be doing if she was still with WWE? Like, she'd be doing pre-show stuff at most.
Yeah,
They
Yeah.
just ended the pre-show. That's the news bit that
Couldn't they?
that's missing.
They're
Thanks
not
for
gonna-
I thought it was,
Netjester, can you go fuck yourself forever?
Oh, correct.
well, am I roboting that bad or what?
No, you're just echoing everything we say. No, but like. yeah,
Okay,
no,
you
the
go
Mickey-
ahead.
Okay, the Mickie James stuff. I mean, multi-year deal. Isn't she like 38 or something?
I can Google that real quick, but that sounds about right.
That's fine. I mean, she can
Yeah.
continue to wrestle.
She can still go, so why not?
Dude,
Yeah,
exactly.
good point.
The only argument I have is she'd be better off on the Raw brand, honestly.
I don't know. I think she would be good on the NXT roster
That too.
as someone to work with the younger girls coming in and help them kind of like learn the WWE
Well,
style
hold on a
and all
second
that.
there. I think that the people that need more work are the SmackDown girls as opposed to the regular girls.
Well,
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Or the
she's
Raw girls.
37, by the way.
Have you watched some of those Raw matches? Some of the botches they've had? I mean,
It's not good.
they could use someone there to teach them how to be a bit safer and not do shit they can't do.
It's just like frustrating to me that you have this giant company and it's like the number one wrestling company in the world, and they just put on these substandard matches. Like they cannot get good talent, and they can't build new talent. Like, why is it so difficult for them to just get a good women's division? Like it's been a struggle forever and ever. Like even now, I'd argue the good female wrestlers in WWE are like there's a few of them, like Asuka, maybe like Becky, maybe Sasha. That's about it.
If you've been looking at who they've been acquiring, they took Nixon Newell from WCPW. They've signed a few other people from various places like Smash and Shimmer, and hopefully they can build a women's division around this.
Hopefully they can get something, because God, like even after the Divas, not the women's revolution, like
you're kind of seeing it right now though, when like people like Rachel Ellering and Tessa Blanchard and Heidi Lovelace and all these women that they get to do these matches on NXT, these Asuka squashes or whoever is going to squash them, Ember Moon, they're clearly looking at all of them to bring in for the tournament, and they'll probably, I mean, would you say no? Like Tessa Blanchard and Rachel Ellering's daughter, Rachel Ellering, Paul Ellering's daughter, is probably going to get into the company at some point.
Right.
Probably.
I just hope she can eventually take her father's name instead of being Rachel Evans.
At some point or another, when she earns it, I would imagine. But I
She'd have
could
to earn
definitely.
it.
So I have a conspiracy theory. I think. What the fuck?
Stop with the fucking air horns.
I thought it was a fart. It says fart in the command. I thought it was going to be a fart. And as soon as you said conspiracy theory, that's just a natural reaction because it's going to be shit.
Well, I mean, have you noticed that they raid the indies of very particular talent when they decide to make a new division out of it? And have you noticed that the NXT women's division is kind of poop? And the fact that the women's revolution is, needing backup at this point. They had their four horsewomen, but where's the rest of the cavalry? And I'm also noticing that, man, oh man, do I wish that Daisy Hayes and Sarah Del Rey would actually wrestle some more.
Oh, good Lord, yes.
Why is Sarah Del Rey not wrestling?
Exactly. That's my point. I mean, it's like I want to see.
I saw her in a match for CZW's women's thing recently, and she's put on some weight, but she can still go pretty well.
I mean, I'm sure that these girls can go.
Like,
they gotta.
Or
go.
am I
They
thinking
gotta keep going.
somebody else? I'm not sure.
I don't want to Okay, what do you guys think of this? Is there even enough female pro wrestling talent in the world to make a good women's wrestling division?
Japan.
Absolutely.
Japan.
Hell
Where-
yeah.
Japan.
Would half of it just be Japanese?
A lot of it would be.
Probably.
Most of it would be Japanese.
I wouldn't say
There are a
most,
lot
but I would
of-
say it would be the same constituency. Like, for example, in the cruiserweight division, you have a lot of luchadors, right?
Right.
Why wouldn't you have the same amount of Joshi, in the women's division? Same idea.
But there's also there's Shimmer. There are other independent organizations around the U.S.
Name
that
me
have.
some other.
We need to
Yeah,
get-
exactly.
We need
Yeah.
Courtney Rush to come to WWE, but she's still doing the decay thing with TNA.
And she's doing a phenomenal job, by the way. One of the best women over at TNA.
Oh my god! Like I went back and watched her transformation last year from mid to late 2015. If you watch all of her Smash things from then, you see the transformation from Courtney Rush into Rosemary.
So, last little news bit here. Japanese wrestling journalist Fumi Saito appeared on Xbox radio show discussing the Matt Sydal situation, saying that custom agents in Osaka were informed that he was bringing something in, suggesting Matt had been set up and somehow to be caught. He also said Sydal should get 3 years probation and be free to return to America. So, well, I guess he flew a little too high. Ha ha ha! Yes, that's the joke. That's the obligatory net gesture joke.
Boo!
I guess it was
before.
So
The obligatory joke I did not make. Yes.
So the big question is, who set him up?
Who do you think it is?
I think
Kevin Sullivan.
the bigger question is, can he ever go back to Japan at this point? Is that
No,
Probably not. No.
No, it's a lifetime ban.
for sure?
I'm 95% certain of that. That's what
Holy
what I understand from
They
this
are
sort of thing.
they are very, very strict about drugs in Japan. I mean, even a little bit of weed can get you months, years.
They're brutal about it in Japan. Yes.
I mean, I know that, but it says he's on probation.
I think that's
So-
in America.
Oh,
Wait, how can
okay,
they sentence him to probation in America? Like, as soon as
Well, I
he's
mean,
in
it's-
America, what are they going to
Possession
do?
of a legal substance. I mean, it's still a federal crime. So
Yeah,
Also,
and no, if he's in Japan, they can't punish him. Like, Japan can
Japanese.
punish him,
Ja-
but
Japan can't
once he's
punish
back
him.
in America, they can't do anything to him because he's in fucking
America
America.
can do something. Yeah, of course
Learn
America can do something.
international law, and this won't make as much of a fucking mess.
Or you know,
Let's do the
I have
50-minute compliment.
Oh, wait a second. I have one little news bit I'd like to bring to the attention of everyone.
Oh boy.
This will be short and sweet. I'd like to announce that in case my fellow wrestling fans didn't hear about this one, none other than former CEO of the WWE, Linda McMahon, has a position in the new Trump administration as head of the small business.
That's in the Happy Trails, you fucking cunt. You really think we would just fucking forget something like that? Huh?
Okay, so
Okay, so it's in the fucking Happy Trails.
in the format.
Okay. yeah,
Read the format.
okay,
You fucking cunt.
yeah. Again, mobile
Guys,
app.
I have news. Here's my news. Okay, Raw did a 2.9 million. this
God
week.
damn it.
That's my
Hey, minute time limit.
They,
See, the one thing.
as long, she's going to be she's nominated to be the head of the Small Business Administration. So, Vince isn't too happy about that. Small business.
Yes, there you go.
Was this all just a rib by Trump to make fun of Vince?
No, it should be
is
fine.
tiny,
She's
tiny
been handling fucking Vince's small business for fucking 30 plus years.
I knew
Was that a dick
you
joke?
were for that.
Grapefruits.
Let's talk
More
about
like-
this stupid.
More like an
stupid
uncooked
fucking.
side.
God damn it! Stop talking about Vince's cock and balls. Let's talk about this stupid pay per view that I didn't
They're
even bother to
shrimping
watch.
Shrivelly.
Which is too bad because it was actually a pretty damn good show.
It was a good show. American Alpha, Hype Rose, and Apollo Crews defeated the Ascension Vaudevillains and Kurt Hawkins. The fuck? Kurt Hawkins.
And Kurt Hawkins and Ryder did not hook up once. That was very disappointing.
Okay, so no, hold on. Stop. Is it just me? Or I understand that they were kind of light on the roster after the brand split. But Kurt Hawkins, it's like he never left. It's like he never left at all. Just me?
Oh yeah.
No.
Kurt, dude,
it
he
is
was
just
gone
you.
for like 10 fucking years, wasn't he?
He was gone for like 4 or 5.
4 or 5? Felt like 10.
2 or 3.
Whatever.
Good times.
He's shit. So I don't know how you couldn't notice his crappy matches.
Oh no, I could notice his crappy matches. He had a match at Bola with AJ Styles and managed to have a shit match. Go figure, right? This was fine.
I would just like to point out that American Alpha is already on the pre-show.
This is a holdover until they do their... I don't know why they weren't on a tag match on the main show, really, but... This is just a holdover until they do... Yeah, they don't have any other teams for them to face until Mania. Cena ain't around.
They don't have anything for him to do, or for them to do right now.
They should have had American Alpha versus the Headbangers on the main card. That would have sold.
But
the Headbangers are still employed?
They were employed for a one-off. But no, American Alpha is just waiting to get into that WrestleMania timeline, brother, to take those tag titles away from the Wyatts. Which, by the way, Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton defeated Heath Slater and Rhino to become the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions. This is Bray Wyatt's first championship belt. This is Luke Harper's second, and Randy Orton's a billionth. So
this was a good match, actually.
It was perfectly fine. It was exactly what it should have been. Heath Slater and Rhino kind of shriveled up and died. And it was over in a second.
They were
Keith got a lot of good offense in, and then got his shit canned.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And he can.
And
I tell you, when
Randy, he was going to win another title, and he was like,
and another one.
And another one.
I like the ending shot where they had the wide shot of the ring, and then Orton, you could see perfectly from the outside, run up to the apron, slide perfectly around, and then hit the RKO. That was pretty much perfect the way he did that one.
That was a very slick shot. Yes, I enjoyed that very much.
Yeah, that ending, the match was like fine, but the ending was A+, like really fucking cool.
Okay.
Good stuff.
In a match I enjoyed, Nikki Bella defeated Carmella in a no DQ match.
I don't believe you.
Well, I mean, who doesn't enjoy Nikki Bella getting beat up?
I wasn't talking about Nikki Bella just getting beaten up. I am unironically saying I liked this match.
Carmella's getting better. That's for damn sure.
Carmella is actually really... It's amazing that Carmella is one of the better people on the mic. Same with James Ellsworth. He is amazing on the mic. Why are they not using
I don't know if I'd say amazing, but he's good.
Well, they have good mic skills. Better than some of the people they're trying to push.
Yeah. I mean,
That's not exactly a high bar, though.
Yeah, I mean, not anybody, but most people could probably play the sniveling, sort of nervous kind of, weasel. But,
yeah, but how many people can play the sniveling weasel that had a lot of good shit happen, and then suddenly he's got this cocky swagger?
He did tell AJ Styles to shut up on Twitter.
Exactly.
Blown the fuck out.
Well, he's done pretty well for that. That tends to be the case too, honestly. Where a guy like Ellsworth who doesn't necessarily have the look and probably isn't spectacular in the ring, but tends to be a really good character guy.
He has a look. He has a look, and originally we all thought he was going to be Colin Delaney, but he wasn't Colin Delaney. He's got a lot more to offer than just Colin did. I mean, I'm perfectly honest here. Also, question: if he does a chin up, where does he stop?
That's so stupid.
Dumb.
His collarbone.
Okay, can I ask a dumb question? Am I the only one who mixes up Ellering and Ellsworth?
No.
Yes.
Probably are.
Shit.
The women's match. Back to the women's match. I agree with Gunner. It was a pretty good effort. This is the kind of match you're going to start seeing when they decide to do these gimmick matches with the women, where it's not necessarily notable, but you can tell they put in a pretty good effort. Really, I noticed a lot of the same things happened in the Raw match between Banks and Charlotte when they had their Falls Count Anywhere match, like the kendo stick, always going to bust out the kendo stick, the submissions, using the stick or getting out of the submissions with the stick, rather. I didn't expect the fire extinguisher, though. That was a decent touch to make it a little bit different.
Oh yeah, very
extremely excessive. You can actually get hurt spraying someone with that kind of fire. So I guess it's more realistic or anything, but the whole point is you don't want to hurt the person.
She really did blow almost the entire thing on it.
That shit is really cold. Like, burn your skin cold.
I'm sure they gimmicked it, don't you think?
Oh yeah, but
well, there's not. How do you gimmick?
Well, then on top of that,
you make a fake one and you fill it with powder instead of the agent.
Okay, and here's the thing: they're having like a pretty good, solid brawl, and then all of a sudden you have the comedy spot of the fire extinguisher being sprayed for a minute, like literally 60 seconds.
You could tell that was Nikki's spot, and that she politicked her way into that spot, and that she wanted that spot to get the face cheers. Where were they?
By the way, speaking of lack of cheers, at the end of the match when Carmella pretty much sells that she lost and decides to reveal that Natty was the one that attacked Nikki, and JBL immediately is like, well, no, that's impossible. That can't be. Nikki, Natalia's great. She's like on cue, just immediately starting to push this thing so hard.
All right, so the next match, I didn't watch any of these matches. I haven't seen The Miz in like months, but I heard he's improving. It was The Miz defeating Dolph Ziggler in a ladder match to retain the IC title. Is The Miz actually good, or is he just?
Yes, The Miz is actually good, believe it or not. And we're not just talking about his promos. We're not just talking about him being almost the top heel of the company. In the ring, I think he can go pretty well.
Can somebody
on his opponent?
Can somebody who has good opinions answer that question?
The answer is yes, The Miz is good. He's not great, but he's good. He's a good mechanic. He's a guy that you put in with other guys to make them look really good. And he's fucking amazing at that job.
He's basically guy that he's oh crap, I fucking lost my train of thought. But
I got it, buddy. Okay, so Batista Tick, I'm going to answer your question very succinctly.
Yeah.
He is this era's Bret Hart.
I understand exactly what you mean. I know exactly what you mean.
That makes sense.
He claims to be the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. He's kind of undersized. He's technically sound with the basics and can put together a match that in training would look amazing to trainees. However, when you put it against the rest of the body of work, you're going to come to find that his body of work is limited in his vocabulary in the ring. He is a decent heel, as in he knows how to be a shit face because he is a shit face in real life. But beyond that, he's, pretty cut by the numbers. Is he good right now? No, he's being pushed and he's not doing a movie.
Is he alone good? Are him and Maurice really good?
Yes.
Yeah, he's been good.
Has added so much. Like, when you have a guy that's like, he's okay, he can talk really well. In the ring, he's kind of sloppy at times. He's not the best, but he's good.
You want to hear the scary thing?
Flash, and you put some just perfect blonde women right next to him, and people don't notice that and it fits everything perfectly. Like, those two as a combo are excellent. Miz on his own is still the same person.
We got 3.5 minutes to talk about the next 3 matches here.
Well,
Baron Corbin defeated
Baron
Kalisto in a
Corbin.
chairs match. What the fuck?
Okay, so Kalisto was in a chairs match last year with Ryback, by the way, and Ryback was in a chairs match the year before that, I think, with Big Show.
There's always this point. There's always this point where you know a match is going to end, and then it doesn't, and then you're like, oh well, maybe we have something here. And that point happened, I would say, at least twice during this match.
Yep.
It was shockingly good. It was for me the standard.
I saw the bit afterwards where he was on the after show or whatever, and Corbin actually impressed me with the promo that he cut on Brian there. I thought it was pretty good.
Except for when he's in the ring and he has.
Why? Yeah, I know.
Well, but if they're going to actually push Corbin as something and not just the next Ryback who does a whole lot of nothing, then I think they actually managed to accomplish it with this match, because they were really like I can't believe they let him wing that chair straight into Kalisto's face.
Can we get on to Bliss?
Alexa Bliss defeated Becky Lynch in a tables match to win the SmackDown Women's title. Alexa Bliss
I did manage to catch the end of this match, and holy fuck, was I stoked for that ending.
Now, that was a surprise ending. I did not see it coming. I mean, when they set up a table, they could use it at any time, but, that ending was out of nowhere.
Describe it to me. I didn't see it.
I was totally expecting the Twisted Bliss spot where she does Twisted Bliss with Becky on the table, and then Becky rolls off. She hits the table and bounces off.
Will someone do me a favor and hit the breaking news?
Oh, good Lord.
I guess. I mean, if it's absolutely fucking necessary.
It is, actually. WWE assigned Kimberly, Evie, Julie Real, and Heidi Lovelace to start in 2017.
Well,
hello.
Yes.
Who are any of those people?
Heidi Lovelace is really good. I'm not sure about Kimberly.
Did they really sign them, or they just report? Because what I heard was they were going to report to the Performance Center, but that was more of an evaluation type thing rather than you're signed.
Well, Kimberly has been having matches already in NXT.
I mean, and remember they're doing the women's tournament, so I think that might be part of it as well. I don't know if they're actually.
It might be for that, but it might not necessarily be,
I mean, it's a good sign either way, but
Well, it's sort of this way. If that's 4 people that is in the women's tournament, they are very serious about this tournament.
All right, so
and not to take away from this match, by the way, which was very good.
Nice. I think you do take away, because I didn't think it was very good. I thought compared to the other match, which I really hate to say, compared to the other match, it never really got out of first gear. I think there was a lot of setup and there was a lot of rest, and they tried. The problem with the tables match is half the match is setting up tables, and that's what this was. And then the ending that kind of just sort of happened, where Bliss powerbombed her and kind of got the lucky shot. And I'm glad that she won, but
yay, Sheamus in 2010.
All right, so last match, AJ Styles defeats Dean Ambrose in TLC to retain the big belt. I assume this match was really good.
Oh, yes, it featured a lot. It featured tables, ladders, and chairs, and the rip through AJ's pants.
Yeah, fucking you got to see AJ's ass. That's awesome.
Yeah, actually have a macro of the moment of the spot that ripped his pants.
Fucking nice.
That was distracted me a lot, I gotta be honest.
It was when
of course it was distracting.
It's when they built the chair table and AJ took the bump onto it. It tore his tights.
Did you hear what AJ's favorite Dio song is?
Holy Diver.
Oh boy.
Fucking cunt.
That joke sucks.
That joke is
Oh, I thought you said Devo sock, and I was gonna say rip it.
That's good too. I like that.
The I have in my notes written down. I can't remember what it was. It says ladder onto tables, and I think didn't they set a ladder? They set up two tables and they set up a ladder between the two tables. Did that happen?
Yes, I believe
I
so.
can't remember like
Because
half the spots in this match.
Yeah,
Like
it's
it
one of
really
those
blurs together.
Yeah, they just they do.
They
Even the
do
new
a lot of
Ziggler match
crazy
too. They
stuff.
just did so many spots with the ladders, like flinging the ladder around to whack Ziggler in the face, and then of course the ending spot where Ellsworth he falls on all the tables on the outside.
Yeah,
Did you
Ellsworth
see,
had to fuck over Dean because of that.
Did you see Did you guys see the turn coming? Like now?
Dude, I saw that turn coming 2 weeks ago.
It was gonna happen. Yeah, Simmons dog.
As,
It
as soon as
ran
he-
watched
its
it.
course.
What was the fucking turn? I didn't see it.
Oh, Ellsworth turned on Dean, knocked him
Oh.
off the ladder, and let AJ win. Ellsworth had run his course. Dean needed something because he wasn't going to win the title back. So why not?
and the storyline is that he didn't really turn. It's just he thinks he's beaten AJ 3 times and he thinks he can do it again. So
He's just a buffoon.
yeah. I mean, he's gotten
A
too big for
buffoon.
his britches. Basically.
It should be fun.
That's
when,
it.
Notice
after
that,
the 15-minute time
notice
limit.
that Ellsworth was better on the mic than half the locker room.
Yep, that's pretty much
Yeah.
it.
I'd
Because he
give it
gets
more
the
than
overall
half,
win.
honestly.
All right. It's
Dairy Queen drove through.
yeah.
Master with the ratings.
And don't do that gay fucking voice.
And now for the ratings. Starting off as usual is TNA Impact with 300 and
Numbers are hard.
Wait, hold on. 3.
Dude, I am fucking so high right now, but I'm gonna go through it anyways. Starting off with TNA Impact with 338,000 viewers, up 104% from the
Holy shit.
Thanksgiving episode that did 165,000 viewers. Raw got 2.976 million viewers, down 4.3% from the 3.110 million the week previous. And finally, SmackDown, 2.479 million viewers, down 1% from last week's 2.505 viewers. Fuck.
Man,
Just 2 viewers last week. 2.5.
Went from 2 million to 2 million.
It's interesting to look at the long term, how SmackDown really got close at a certain point to Raw. But over the past few weeks, it's slumped back down to a very clear number 2. And I wonder what, because football, there hasn't been a lot of great Monday night and Tuesday nights. There's no football. Why is it losing ratings? Is Raw that bad
it's
that
the
people
fact,
do not want to tune into SmackDown? Like they won't even give it a chance.
the fact that they've marketed it as their B show and continue to market it as their B show for fucking decades.
Well, I think it's part of what I've been saying too. The fact that when you watch your average SmackDown, things happen, but they happen so quick and so, there's no consequences really. You'll have how many tag matches are on the average SmackDown where the Hype Bros beat the Vaudevillains or the Ascension, or even that segment where Alexa celebrates her title win and Becky comes out immediately and then wants the title back and Alexa ducks her. And the whole thing lasts maybe 5 minutes, and there's just nothing special or interesting about it.
Yep, there needs to be more of a storyline impact of some kind.
I saw that trend and it interested me. It's just like, what's causing this? Because to me, SmackDown is the much better show more often than not, although Raw has been good recently.
I think the good parts of SmackDown are better than the good parts of Raw, but the problem is you might have 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 good parts of SmackDown, but then the rest are just, like I said, squash tag match, meaningless segment, cookie cutter segment, and again, because it's 2 hours, they kind of have to move everything along a little bit faster, and that's why it feels that way.
I have an interesting theory about Raw and SmackDown at this point. Do you believe that Raw is the cookie cutter brand, as in the stable brand, and then SmackDown would be the more experimental brand where they're trying something new?
Yeah,
you would think, but where does that leave? Does that leave NXT at all in there?
Here's the
NXT
thing,
is developmental.
No, it's not.
As derogatory as that might sound, it's true. But my question is this: so if SmackDown's the experimental brand and Raw is the standard go-getter, flag bearer kind of thing, where they do their standard, their standard shtick, do you think that there is some sort of plan of some sort? And I mean, this is going to sound super conspiracy theorist, and I understand. And I've been watching way too much House of Cards. I understand that. But do you think that the McMahons got together one day and were like, look, we'll let SmackDown do the one thing that you guys want to do. We're going to keep Raw the way that it should be. Everything still goes through me, Vince. And we'll see who does better. Yeah, we'll see who does better, Bob. So and that brings up another question as well. So if you equalize the SmackDown ratings to the Raw ratings, as because SmackDown's a 2-hour show and Raw is a 3-hour show, and you look at the ratings pretty objectively, wouldn't you say that SmackDown on the curve is beating Raw at this point? Which would mean that the experiment would say that, maybe Vince's way of doing things isn't doing things the right way.
SmackDown is only losing by less than 500,000. So
right, and then you put it on the curve and they're winning.
What do you mean the curve? What does that even mean? What are you talking about?
Like if you're like a bell curve,
right?
Because it's 2 hours as opposed to 3.
Yeah, but that doesn't make any sense because per hour, that doesn't make any sense. No, the people who are watching simultaneously is still less. Yeah, what?
Remember back in late 2000s when SmackDown was the A show?
No.
It was not officially, but when it was effectively, yeah.
When effectively it was the A show, it's happening again.
I just want to say that SmackDown has always been the more experimental show. They've always done crazier stuff on SmackDown, even before the brand split. They did the first TLC match on TV on SmackDown. They did the first Iron Man match on TV on SmackDown. SmackDown has always been a really experimental show. It was a fucking experiment to have a primetime national television slot for pro wrestling, at least in the 90s.
Okay, so I'm watching too much. So I'm watching too much House of Cards. That is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Birthdays. As you, dog.
Oh shit, that's my thing now? Okay. Happy birthdays. Happy birthday this month, the 8th, to Jarrell Clark, to Michael Cole, and to Jimmy Rave on the 8th of this December. Happy birthday. That is today, by the way. Happy birthday tomorrow to the one, the only, the Olympic hero himself, Kurt fucking Angle. Happy birthday, man. Hope you're doing well. Happy birthday on the 10th to Ese Rios, JTG, El Mephisto, and Michael Shane. Happy birthday on the 11th to La Parca. Happy birthday on the 12th to Eddie Kingston, Rey Mysterio, and Sabu. That's a trio. I want that trio to have. That could happen if Sabu recovers. Fuck yeah. Book it. Happy birthday on the 13th to Junkyard Dog, Fuerza Guerrera, and Boris Zukov. And book them against Kingston, Mysterio, and Sabu. That's a winner right there. That's money. And then happy birthday on the 14th, Brain Damage, El Costello, and Johnny Jeter. And those are your birthdays.
Is anyone else laughing at that? Please tell me someone's laughing at that. Please.
What?
Nope.
The fuck are you talking about?
Oh, I think he got landmined.
Johnny Jeter. Johnny Teeter's in that concussion protocol lawsuit.
Oh. See, I haven't read up on that lawsuit yet.
Yeah,
Good
Johnny
old
Teeter's
concussion
on the-
jokes.
Good old permanent brain damage, That's
Well, I mean, we've all got it for being on this show.
I forgot. What are we talking about?
Huh? And now it is time for This Week in Wrestling with Omega BR.
Yes, this weekend wrestling history. Circa 1989, where Stan Hansen and Ichiro Tenryu win back the All Japan World Tag Team title by winning the annual Real World Tag League tournament in Tokyo, Japan. They defeat Jumbo Serrata and Yoshiaki Yatsu to win the tournament, 18 points to 16 points. The duo had vacated the belts at the start of the tournament so they could be awarded to the winning team. Jump to 1989, where Candy Devine defeats Judy Martin for the AWA Women's World title in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, starting her 5th reign as champion. The previous champion, Wendy Richter, had vacated the title and left the company, although Devine herself would end up abandoning the title in 1990. And in 1993, Tracy Smothers defeats Chris Candido in Jefferson, North Carolina to win the SMW Beat the Champ television title for the second time. The title had been vacated by Tim Horner due to injury. And that was This Week in Wrestling History.
Happy Trails. Happy Trails this week to Adrienne Andrew, a.k.a. Cameron, who says she tried out for the Netflix Glow series but didn't get the job.
All right, can I just say something real fast? Fucking Cameron is so fucking hot, and god damn it, she is so terrible at wrestling. That's all.
Wow. Please explain to me your logic and how you find that woman attractive.
She's hot. I don't know. I can't describe it.
Oh,
Different
I like,
strokes
you know what I
for
like,
different folks.
You know what I like,
Bro,
you know what the reason
here,
is?
I got you.
I'll tell you
I
what
got
the
you.
reason is.
It's just low. It's low standards, man. There's nothing wrong with that.
Just shut the fuck up. I'll tell you what the fucking reason is. Shut the fuck up. I'll tell you. It's the fucking little short skirt and the little tiny tie that doesn't make any sense. All right, that's what does it for me. All right.
It's time to stop, man.
Like I need help. I know that. Okay.
Hey, isn't
Thinking
don't you have a fantasy?
What?
You know, it's always been a fantasy of mine to be a sex slave.
For Alexa Bliss.
To two Camerons?
To two
Yes.
Funkadactyls.
Yes, one.
Two Alexa Blisses. Oh my God.
Can we?
Yes, an ass man. Happy Trails to Jimmy Snuka, whose trial remains halted as he's too sick to leave the house and reportedly has 6 months to live if his health doesn't improve. His wife claims that he has psychosis and will try to escape the house, believing he's supposed to be wrestling. I 100% believe that.
I don't.
Right
I'm calling
feels.
bullshit.
No, I know it's bullshit because he would never wrestle a match without planning it out for 6 months beforehand.
Ooh, shots fired!
Oh, you suck, Jimmy
Damn.
Snuka. You fucking suck.
God damn. Also, breaking news.
Breaking news! Guys, holy shit! Linda McMahon was just nominated as head of Small Business Administration. Holy shit! Also, breaking news! Fucking my sources say it is confirmed Netchester might be a homosexual male. Fucking hit the breaking news! Hit the breaking news button.
I'm not
Yeah.
pressing that.
He's not pressing the button for that.
I don't.
What's the big deal about being gay? Goddamn.
No, that's fine. It's just that he's one of those. What do you call them? The Bears, but not the like.
No.
He's
The
one of
Bears?
the Bears.
Chicago Bears.
No, he's one of the Bears that
He's in the
hangs out at the
Chicago Bears.
rest shop or at the rest stop. You know, on the side of the highway.
No, you guys know what bug chasers are?
Oh Jesus! Let's move on to
What's
Linda
a bug
McMahon. No.
You started that, Yankum. You started that.
Show down. I will shut
Weird.
this show down.
Let's just finish it out. We're in the home stretch, baby.
Linda McMahon, head of Small Business Administration. It's funny because she's been handling Vince's small business for 30-something years.
Yes,
Dick jokes.
we already got the jokes.
Yeah, but that was in the pre-show, so it didn't count.
No, that was in the regular show. You just
Why?
Oh,
said
that
it
was in
twice.
the pre-show.
Tiny piece.
What? Explain to me what experience she has politically other than a couple of failed campaigns.
None.
All right, that's all I want to know.
I mean, she's married to Vince. That's pretty political enough.
Also, I have a
I mean,
question.
it's a fucking bullshit
Hold on.
position anyway.
Hold on,
let's be
hold on.
Oh,
honest.
absolutely.
Yeah, I've never heard of the position before.
But hold on, whatchamacallit? If wrestling wasn't fake, maybe her position would actually carry some weight. Because wrestling is fake, you fucking marks.
What?
What do we watch this week in wrestling?
What is that? Yeah.
Batista's dick.
I didn't watch any fucking wrestling this week, but what should you watch? Watch some old like Misawa versus Kobashi match. I don't know. Those matches are always fucking amazing. Just literally any one of them.
Master, what should we watch this week in wrestling?
I'm gonna go for the triple threat from Final Battle. Will Ospreay, Dragon Lee, and Marty Scurll. It was fucking amazing. Bobby Fish had to duck out because of family issues, but the other three men managed to pull an amazing triple threat out of their ass.
Save us, dog. What should we watch this week in wrestling?
You should also, from Final Battle, just stick around after the triple threat and watch the tag title match between the Bucks and the Briscoes. It was a hell of a match. It was a hell of a pay-per-view all around, honestly. Really good shit.
With a surprise at the end there. God, I love that surprise. That was so much fun. I didn't even think that would happen. Perfectly honest. Jaeger DDS. What should we watch this week in wrestling?
I guess I'm gonna have to watch the pay-per-view that I didn't bother to watch. Other than that,
Terrible.
I got nothing for you.
It's their biggest show of the year. Like, why would you not, if you have any interest in the company? Like, I do not watch any of the other ROH pay-per-views, nor do I give a shit about most of them, but I still always check out Final Battle.
Ladder Wars and Final Battle are the only two that you should really watch.
I thought Supercard of Honor was the biggest show. I mean, it has Supercard in the title.
That's true.
I think it was the name of. I think wasn't that the name of a special. It wasn't.
I mean, Bound for Glory has glory in the title. I don't think anything glorious has ever happened there.
Well, yeah, because Bobby Roode left the company.
I thought Honor Mania was their top one.
Ouch, that hurts.
Yeah, Jester, what should we watch this week in wrestling?
Real quick before I got to go back to work, I would just say watch AJ versus Dean Ambrose in the ladder match again. For no other reason than when Dean hits the tables after being pushed off the ladder by what's-his-no-chin, it's so impossible to believe that Dean is supposed to be unconscious and has his eyes shut, but he keeps looking into the ring like, what, this actually happened? We actually booked it this way?
And Yank, let's hear. Yank, we did Omega. What should we watch this week in wrestling?
I think Corbin and Kalisto was the standout of the TLC show. Not necessarily the best match, but it's really you would think it's just going to be the worst, and it actually ended up being one of the better matches. So I think it's worth a watch for that.
I think I got everybody. Yes, Vassar, you already said something this week. You said it first. I'm actually going to tell you to go watch. Let's see.
Tell them watch the whole Final Battle again. Goddamn.
Oh yeah, I think I'll take the rest of Final Battle then. You should watch the rest of Final.
Hey, was Cheeseburger on that show?
I think so.
He was on the pre-show.
Yeah. Watch his match.
He was in the first match, but the crowd shit-chanted him out of the arena.
Yeah. All right. That's it. Thank y'all for listening. We appreciate it very much. You can check us out online. SmarkSnark.com, Twitter, Facebook, Patreon. A bunch of other stuff too. SRS Podcast if you want to get a hold of us. Thank you very much for listening.
Pornhub.com.
No. Motherless.com.
Can I get some air horns to send us off?
I'm not doing it.
Come on, guys. Air horns.
I'm Ethan Bradbury. Ethan Bradbury?
Are you
God damn it.
crazy? Are you out of your mind? And his name is John Cena.
I'm
Are you
so
crazy?
removing
Are you out
that.
of your mind?
I'm Ethan Bradbury?
Wait, watch Cena on Saturday Night Live this Saturday.
Oh yeah,
Ethan Bradbury?
John Cena.
they released a video on the SNL YouTube channel
Wait, are we still on the
where
air?
they took a bunch of sketches, like old sketches, and they put the John Cena meme on the end of them, and it was so hilarious.
Sounds hilarious.
You being sarcastic?
No, I'm not being sarcastic.
Oh, okay, I'll go watch those since you recommend them so highly.
Oh yeah, they're fucking wonderful. Everyone
Can we
should
just
watch
end
them.
this?
Good night, Canada.
Good night, Braintree.
Woo woo woo.
Fuck Canada.
Jesus Christ.
Wow, so hostile.
Kill me!